Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to BattleTech. We've got Decker out of action for 26 days. I'm so tempted to hit the forward button and just sit here for 26 days, but we have bills to pay. We have bills to pay, and nothing's going to get cheaper if we just sit on our asses. And we do have almost $1 million in the bank. Pretty cool. So we could do it. We could just sit here, but it's boring as fuck. What we're going to do instead is there's going to be a ton of tutorials in this. There's going to be a little bit of story, but mostly it's going to be how do you do what you're supposed to be doing. I do like Pieces of Marauders here. I'd kind of like to change this name. Don't see a way to customize here. Bunch of stuff you can do. We could hire more people. If I go to the hiring hall here, we can hire more pilots. So like if since Decker is laid up, we could say, well, Crash looks cool and hire this guy. He doesn't actually look that cool though. 2 gun, 2 pilot, 3 guts is okay, but 2 tack. I mean, he'd have to really develop. I mean, they're pretty cheap, 29,700. I can't afford this guy yet. Aqua will only work for you if an MRB rating of 50 or higher. Yeah, we'll get there. It'll take time.
Receiving you.
Hippo. Okay, and this is his actual name, I think?
Waiting for orders.
No, it's his background. Okay, I get you, I get you. And of course, each one of these guys has base salary per month, so that's where this comes in, right? This is our expenses. Right now, with all of the salary, upkeep, fuel prices, whatever else is going on, that's all tied in. And if we add a guy, I'm a little tempted to do, but I don't know, Decker being laid up, maybe we just let him be laid up. We're probably going to have to add a guy eventually, but we're not going to worry about it now. We won't worry about the hiring hall. We go to the barracks. We can look at our current mech warriors here. And I don't think we can customize. Yeah, these guys are basic, right? We can't customize any of these guys because these guys are important to the story. I think when we hire more guys, we will be able to customize, and then I'll start naming them after followers and subscribers like I usually do. Like I would anytime I get to customize, but I can't do it here.
Waiting for orders.
They're not letting me customize
Orders.
any of these guys. For some reason, it's very important that these base 5 people, or 4 people rather, plus me, stay the way they are. Me, I can customize all I want, and so I can change my customization here if I decided that I suddenly want to be a woman. Then that's totally something I can do. What we can also do on the MechWarrior screen, they will tell us this later in a later tutorial, but figure what the hell, we'll jump into it now, is that we can set up experience. So one thing I have not been doing, and you'll see a little bit here, is that these guys are already leveled up, right?
Good to go.
She has Bulwark, which lets her gain guarded 50% damage reduction against range attacks front and side when remaining stationary. That's just a passive, that just happens. And as we level her up, like if we had another 2,500 experience, she'd get health and recoil penalty, or -1 recoil penalty applied to it. They can specialize in up to 2 things. So like if I wanted her to have guts, and then I figure, you know what, piloting would be a good next step, totally do that. Not now though, because she only has 800 XP. Giving these guys all up to 4, at least basics, seems like a good idea, and then building up the rest of the tree as we go, maybe. So piloting is not bad, right? Because that gives us a base melee hit, and a plus, that's more what I'm worried about, is the unsteady threshold. Do not want her being knocked on her ass if we can avoid it. There's only 800 XP. The only thing we can really afford right now is another slot in tactics. And she doesn't get anything for that. That will work up to here, and then she'll get something with this pip. But until then, we're kind of stuck. We can't do anything with you.
What can I do for you?
You have 800. I can't really do anything with you either. So you do have this. This is multi-target. We didn't really play around with the special abilities at all. That last mission, maybe we'll do that for this mission. We could get her more piloting, which you get the base melee hit. I'm really not wild about that. Yeah, I don't think I want that. Which means we'll just let the 800 experience sit until we can eventually level somebody up.
I'm here.
Medusa. Looks like you haven't actually gotten a chance to specialize in anything yet. One of these is like sensors or something. That's evasive. There's an extra evasive charge for movement. Okay, so it says passive, so maybe Bulwark isn't passive. No, it says passive. That's right. Okay, good. And this says sensor lock. Select a target within sensor range to reveal it until the end of the current round. Remove 2 of its evasive charges. That's actually... We've seen that used against us. Pretty damn good. Funny we can dismiss him. Well, I mean, if he gets injuries, right? So right now, like
Orders?
Decker's hurt. He got 2,000 experience, so we should probably level him up. What should we give him? Like, sensor lock, maybe? He's going to be, assuming he's always in a small mech, which, you know, maybe not a great idea, but okay, maybe. I think maybe evasive movement. So if he's always going to be a small mech, that could really help him out. Yeah, let's do that. There you go. Confirm that. Only have 2 primary abilities and 1 specialist ability. Yeah. Okay, so that's basically 3 trees, really. Not just the 2. I misunderstood. And mech warriors cannot be retrained. So basically, no respecking. You want to start over, that means you hire somebody else from the pool, you dismiss this guy, and you start up from scratch. Well, not really from scratch, but close enough for government work, really. I'm going to say okay with this.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Training confirmed. All right. And for us, we have 2,600 XP. So he got this one, right? So I think maybe for us, we want to work our way up tactics. If we do the base weapon hit, that might not be bad either. Yeah, give me the points in gunnery. And give me the points in tactics all the way up to that. And then that should be pretty fucking good, I think. Because then I can get sensor lock. And do I want multi-target? I don't know, I just want the base weapon to hit more than anything else. Indirect fire penalty. That's -1 indirect fire penalty. I don't know quite what that means. I'll bring over, it doesn't tell me. But being -1 of what sounds like a bad thing can only be good. Supposedly, I don't know. Making shit up.
Complete.
But okay. I mean, if we end up that being if that was a bad idea, I guess we'll find out. Alright, so that was the barracks. That's the mech warriors we can do. We can do the hiring horde. There's a store here. Let's see. We could buy a bunch of stuff, but again, I'm just keeping an eye on our funds and our finances. And I don't know how much our job's going to pay yet. Darius said he had a work for us, and we were going to do that, and that's going to be some tutorial stuff. We could buy, like, a brand new gun, a flamer. That's, like, really short range. So, my experience with BattleTech, or with this BattleTech universe, is very, very limited. I played Mech Warrior and Mech Warrior Online back in the day. That's it. That's a first-person or third-person shooter, really. Not really a tactics game. It did kind of, sort of go into lore, but for the most part, it's just, you're out on the rim, you're part of a clan, go fight. That's it. This is getting a little bit more in-depth, so I don't know. But what I remember is flamers kind of suck. They're good for, like, a decent amount of damage close-up. And close-up does seem to be where a lot of damage is being done. But, if I remember right, it says heat 0. Interesting. I thought for sure it built up your heat. I don't know why I thought that. Okay, maybe it's decent. But what I was thinking is that the blackjack that we have right now kind of sucks in terms of, I mean, it has like a couple lasers, a couple of ACs, lasers and autocannons. I'm going to be doing the abbreviations here. Like this MG is a minigun. All right, just some of these you just have to know. SRM-4 is a short-range missile. 4 indicates how many can be fired at once, I believe. Yeah, that's right. And of course, heat sinks are good. You have small lasers, medium lasers, and you think you have large lasers too. I don't remember. It's actually a thing. Maybe not. AC is autocannons. 2 indicates how many shots are taken, I think, per shot or per second, something like that. And then AC5 is, of course, more shots per second, but maybe not necessarily. Actually, I mean, this is sniper, so you expect it not to necessarily hit as often. And this would just be with an autocannon. Now, it's called an autocannon because someone's not physically pulling the trigger. You just basically get a lock and tell the computer, open fire, and it's all done automatically. But I mean, you hear stories sometimes, or if you ever read any BattleTech novels, it's about lining up the shots. And some of them do it manually. They're not just relying on the computers, but that's not where we're at right now. So we could also buy mechs. That's what this is right now, the Locust 1V. And I'm really bad with these types. I have no idea what to expect here. These are also partials. Like, you might say, oh yeah, the heat efficiency is fantastic. Well, yeah. Look at the fact that it has almost no weapons on it. and no heat sinks right now either. So there's a head slot, center torso slot, right arm slot, right torso, left arm, left torso, right leg, left leg. So no head slot. Usually the pilot's going to be in the head, but not always. Sometimes in some mech designs, they'll be in the center torso, but again, it totally depends. The ammo also has to be stored somewhere. So I'm assuming if we buy one of these, we get to arrange like all of our stuff and put stuff around and all that wonderful good stuff. And while I love lasers, the heat output on them is nuts. Autocannons are not very good damage, but very, very low heat. Missiles are kind of between, where they have good damage and good heat control, but like with autocannons, you have limited ammunition. And you might have noticed last mission I was kind of min-maxing the ammo use. Now, usually I would expect it wouldn't give us these super long campaigns where we're down to our last dregs of ammo. Never know, it could happen. So let's see. Let's see if I can change out any of our current mechs. So if we look at our bays. Okay, so we can upgrade to get a Bay 2 and Bay 3. We're probably nowhere near that yet. Let's see. Can I customize this guy? Scrap mech for C-bills. Do not want to press that button. And this is send this mech to storage, removes all equipment. We could strip this guy out. Okay. Pattern 4. Oh, I see. Okay, these are the patterns on the actual mech itself. That's minor, but I can appreciate it. Okay. Okay. Not wild about any of the default patterns, but sure. And refit. Equip and repair the mech. So we can change the loadout. Like if I don't want an AC-2 and I want to change that for missiles, or I want to put another heat sink, although it has a ton of heat sinks right now. I don't think we can put a heat sink in the head. Don't think it's doable. Heat sink in the left torso. We only have the one heat sink. That's pretty bad. That would explain our heat problems last mission. Actually, was that last mission or the first mission? Yeah, only one heat sink's pretty bad, especially for the number of lasers we have. But I would have to sacrifice something, like maybe one of my lasers for a heat sink, in which case it kind of takes care of itself. Might be able to trade out one of the lasers for another AC. Or an autocannon, maybe? Maybe. We'd have to look at the... I'm still working my way around here. Here we go, store. Like, well, can I buy an autocannon for something cheap? 55,000 if I want the sniper, which probably has a minimum range. Okay, so minimum is 120. Optimal's 480. Max is 720. So that's still pretty freaking far. Like here, if we look at the regular autocannon, 90 meters is the typical length there. So this is almost double that. Well, not really. But still, though, so you can do something super, super far away, assuming you have a clear line of sight. The trouble seems to be, I don't know how useful this would be. That might be why it's so cheap. Because how often do we have, like, a clean line of sight from that far? That's, like, based off what I've seen, that'd be, like, 20 tiles? Maybe something within, like, long-range missile range, but you have to have, like, a straight line of sight? That seems pretty frickin' rare. That does not seem like a good buy for us. The AC-5 might be okay, though. I don't know about spending 110,000 when we have 240,000 we pay off. Now, maybe we just need a couple more missions. We'll just keep the mechs as they are. Okay, so what about Yang? What does he do?
Need something?
Oh, Yang's our mech. Our mech mechanic. Okay. Can I help you with? So, how much trouble are we on a leopard? We're doing okay for the moment. Give it a few months, maybe a year. You know how it goes. Eventually, everything falls apart. So the leopards are our ship right now, the one that carries our mechs and our people. Our drive system will give out. Maybe some debris will perforate the hole. Who knows? Oh, he's just fun and sunshine, isn't he? On that day, we're going to need to be able to cover a repair cost, and we can't? Well, that'll be that. Okay, let me know about the mech play. I mean, this is where the tutorials come in. Okay. Why use mech storage? First, we have limited capacity in the mech base. We need to store the overstock for eventual sale or use for in the future. Second, we don't pay upkeep costs in mechs in storage. It's a business thing, though, not my department. Third, and this is most important. Whenever we pick up partial mech salvage from the battlefield, I put it in storage for you. We gather or buy enough partial mech salvage to complete a Bagmal chassis. My team will assemble it right away. Let me know if you want to keep it in storage or have it ready for combat. Battle mechs are expensive as hell, so assembling one out of salvage is our best bet for expanding the roster. Okay, so what happens if it goes into or out of storage? Send a mech chassis into storage, or mech techs dismount all of its weapons and equipment, place them in your inventory for use in other chassis. Chassis can stay in storage indefinitely. Don't worry about storage capacity, boss. I'll make it fit. Don't you worry. Okay, so he's a master at Tetris. Good to know. Also, never challenge this man at Tetris. Now, getting a stored battle mech ready for combat drop is a different animal. My techs will need a couple of days to bring an empty chassis up from storage. Chassis in the mech bay, you need to select its loadout from our equipment inventory. We can start a refit. Time and cost of refit is dependent on the type and amount of equipment you choose. Okay, so it's going to take time. Good to know. So what components can you put on our mechs? Okay, so ballistic weapons, usually autocannons. Energy weapons, usually lasers. Missiles, we've seen those. Support weapons. I don't remember what those are. Support weapons. Lighter than the others. Small lasers, machine guns, that type of thing. Programmer targeting computers automatically fire them after a melee attack if they're activated. Oh. Okay, yeah, we have seen a couple of mechs when they punch somebody. There's like a laser that goes off. I thought it was a visual glitch, but no, that's actually what's supposed to happen. Okay. In Commander's order refits that remove most conventional weapons and double down support weapons. The right melee enhancing components that can field monsters capable of point-blank devastation. Interesting. I would not have thought of that as a technique, but okay. Some manufacturers develop better versions of some weapons. Through that, different manufacturers tweak their weapons to deliver more damage, have higher accuracy, destabilize the enemy, bunch of stuff. Trick is finding them. They're rare out here in the periphery, so when I see one in a store or salvage pile, I always mark it with a plus for you so you identify it easily. Good to know. Thank you. Okay, the rest of this I think we've already covered, so thank you very much. Repairing damage, right? We have a little bit of repair work to do. How do I do it? Whenever you return from mission, stop by the mech bay here and tell me which mechs you want to have repaired. I'm not going to assume anything. You run this outfit, you tell me what to spend time money on. Really, man? I got to micromanage your shit? And Yang, come on. Okay, that's not completely true. If I see armor missing from a battle mech, I'm going to repair it automatically. Standard operating procedure. We have so much scrap armor lying around, you should consider armor repairs to be free. And if you tell me to repair a mech containing destroyed equipment, the techs will strip that off automatically too. While it's the equipment they strip, you're going to want to replace it with something. Okay, good to know. Yeah, what if I want to change the mech loadout? Like I want to change a heatsink, for instance. If you can refit a mech, you can repair it at the same time too. Just select a battle mech in order to refit, then bring it to the mech lab. Limits? Hardware piece? Of course there are limits. Your biggest constraint is the chassis weight and its hard points. Okay, so I know what a hard point is. It's basically whatever you can fit in a certain spot. And make it as... Oh no, of course you can't make it as heavy as you want. Of course not. You need to be able to walk around. Those legs are support mechanisms. Okay, now, dumb questions we're not going to ask. How do I know what mech is good at in the first place? That's a good question, actually. How do I know? There's a lot of different battle mechs out there, and it's hard to know what they were built to do best by looking at them. I mean, I can, of course, but I'm me. You, on the other hand, need some help. Thankfully, I'm a helpful guy. Okay, he's trying to make himself indispensable so we don't beat his ass for being a smartass, but okay. Check your technical readouts in the mech lab. You'll find that I've included some thoughts about each mech's off-the-rack purpose or stock role. They're only opinions mine, but you might find them useful. Okay, cool. What happens after our order fit? Probably takes time, right? Once you confirm your work order, we place it in a queue with the repairs and refits in your timeline. Your mech will be unavailable for combat until its work order is complete, so plan your refits carefully. Just queuing them up before we head to the next system to use our travel time efficiently. Want to change a mech's placement in the work queue, select manage tasks on a timeline to reprioritize or cancel work orders. How long do they normally take? Depends on the mech bay you can continue to work in. Good mech bay with advanced scaffolding equipment is faster than the one you'll find in a standard Leopard. I display our mech bay's efficiency and mech points on your travel display under the finances and crew morale readouts. Either rating, faster repairs. Okay, that's simple. Thank you. And yeah, the heat stability modifiers, that's okay. We don't. Okay. We could find out about him, but honestly, he's just a cool dude, and I think we just keep him around.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Okay, so we could theoretically, if we go to base here, we have one of our guys get seriously injured. Looks like you're okay. Like you're okay. Just looking at the armor values here, it looks like everything's all tip-top shape here. Hovering over these don't seem to do anything, so we have to know what the icons are for. But oh no, there we go. Ballistic hard points. Energy? Yeah, energy hard points. Missile hard points. So it looks like the left arm could hold something. We wanted it to. And if we had enough money to buy stuff there. Heatsink in the left arm's probably not going to do much, but yeah, you usually want to heatsink, if I remember correctly, you want them in like the main torso. In the legs is okay. Like in the torso, usually. Jump jets are good too, but only if you want that kind of movement. And support weapon hardpoint. Okay, and then this is jump jet hardpoint. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I thought one of our mechs got roughed up, but maybe it's not so bad. Looks like we're okay. Looks like only our guy got messed up. None of the mechs... Looks like it was just armor, and he just went ahead and fixed that. That was simple enough. Right, then we have storage here. We don't have anybody in here yet. And then weapons... Oh, really? We have just random components sitting around? We just have random components sitting around that I could totally do a refit on our blackjack. I mean, the AC2 is not going to do much. I'd rather an AC5, but the thing is, if I do another AC2, everything's going to be pulling from the central pool, in the torso. And I'm not going to have enough room, and we're going to burn through the autocannon ammo, well, a third as fast, I suppose. I guess I could remove one of the lasers and put in a heatsink, or remove one of the lasers and put in missiles? Sure, let's go to refit. See if we can do that. Okay. Right, so there's a bunch of hard points all over the place. So, let's take out one of the lasers here. Let's say on the right torso. Get rid of one of these. So I drag you away. You have... Okay, so it looks like we don't have any missile slots. Because this is grayed out. We don't have any missile slots in this mech? Oh yeah, there it says 0. No missile hard points. And I only have 2 ballistic hard points, and they're in use. So even trading them out is not going to be that good for me. Okay. I mean, I can put in some more ammo. I can put in ammo like right here, and then I put in the laser. Warnings just popped up there. Mech is carrying ammo that it cannot use. Oh, because the AC... Okay, what if I put the AC ammo down here? Nope, carrying ammo... Oh, because it's AC5. AC5. I'm a dummy. Fun. AC2 ammo. There we go. Heavy? Yep, over to low tonnage. Yep. It's always a balance. Always a balance. I mean, the heatsink there's pretty good. Alright, so can I, like, drag you over here and do that? Yeah. Yeah, it's totally gonna... It's 46 over 45. 1 frickin' ton overweight. And we might be able to do, like, a large laser. I don't know. That's a lot of heat. 18 heat. A medium laser's what? 12 heat. And we don't have any small lasers. Shoot, I didn't realize the blackjack was that limited, so we probably want to trade out the blackjack pretty soon then. Okay, so let's go back. Good to know. Refit didn't actually work, so okay, that's just for changes. Can I just get out of here though? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it didn't actually refit it, that's fine. Okay, so we want to trade it out. I mean, it does the charge move instead of a punch whenever we do melee anyway, so maybe we just want to do it anyway. So let's go to the command center, because Darius said he had something for us. Go and talk to him. I was good to see you at Ops, James. Gonna do something for you? Call me Peace, man. Call me Peace. I want to know more about debt. How bad are we? That's fair. I'm glad you're taking interest. I got time to get into the nuts and bolts if you want to. What do you want to know? Okay, why did we take out so many loans? How much time you got? I mean, we've been hit with 1,000 expenses since we were forced to flee Coromodir. I guess you're mostly interested in the big ticket items. First and foremost, there's the Leopard. Still a lot of money on this ship, and losing her is not an option. You got all the assorted fallout from an impromptu trip across the frontier, jump ship passage, docking fees, miscellaneous travel expenses, all paid for on credit, as if we had a choice. There's more that I get into. The loan we took out to set up Markham's family, etc., etc. That'd be gilding the lily at this point. Fact is, we're in a lot of trouble with a lot of lenders, but hey, we're mercenaries. We live for trouble. So who exactly are we in debt to? But I give you the top 3. First, you got Blue Horizon, big commercial bank on Lyraton. They're the ones that own the lease on the ship. Then there's the Indri Consortium. They got people everywhere, but they're based somewhere in Merrick space. We borrowed from one of their associates to make the jump away from Cormadir on the day of the coup. Like 3 years ago. Finally got Lockdown Lending. They're a frontier outfit from Hastur, and they're about as crooked as they come. Wouldn't normally do business with an outfit like the Double L, but we didn't have a choice. We made a deal with Blue Horizon to buy half our debt. That's the big 3. Commercial bank, shadowy financial consortium, and a bunch of leg breakers in cheap suits. And each of them is dangerous in its own way. Alright, that's bad. So, okay, what about running the company? Okay, remind me what do I need to know about mercenary contracts, rather. Outfits like ours depend on the Mercenary Review Board to post certified contracts working for reliable employers. I say reliable, let's face it, James. Most jobs come down to us doing the work that the rich and powerful can't be seen doing. Mercenaries are deniable assets. True enough. Travel from system to system, picking up jobs, making ends meet. Aerospace travel costs seabells, but some employers desperate enough to pay travel expenses for mercenaries want to make a few jumps for a gig. What intel will I get? Most employers will give us enough info to understand who we're fighting and why. Some are cagier than others, but by and large they want us to succeed. Because of this, we generally get enough intel to get the job done. It's a perfect system. Works well enough. Okay, so climate conditions is like vacuum's bad for is bad for heat dispersion. I remember that. Cold's really good, but vacuum's really bad, and some other things. So there are types of missions. What do we got? Most contracts come down to one or more of the few basic ideas: blowing something up, taking someone down, keeping something safe, or making a mess with heavy ordnance. There are variations here and there, sure, but for the most part, our job's going to fit into one of those categories. Giant bipedal weapon platforms aren't exactly known for their subtlety. Mission difficulty. The more to have an idea what you'll be up against once your lance hits the ground. Fortunately, mercenaries are often on the ass end of mission intel. Most we'll usually get is a rating of the enemy's overall strength. At best, a mission difficulty rating will give us an idea of post-mission repair bills and mid-bay time, or a signal that we should avoid the mission altogether until we can bring bigger guns. As a general rule, we should field the heaviest mechs we can on a given mission. Bigger isn't always better, though. Speed and mobility are important on escort other missions where flexibility is as valuable as firepower. I'll give you a heads up when we're offered missions like that. Okay, and then he's just going to talk about ice here, right? Let's just go ahead and click through here. Yeah, Badlands Desert make your mech run hotter. Low atmosphere are worse because vacuum does not suck away heat at all. Yeah, like there you go. And of course, frozen environments are the best, alright? Because then heat dispersion just whatever. And I withdraw. Absolutely, that's a great thing about being a merc. It isn't our fight. We're here to make money, not die for a cause. You can back out of contract negotiations at any time with no harm done. Once you deploy into a battlefield, it gets a little trickier. Things start going sideways during a mission. You can still withdraw to save on repair bills and medbay time, but it may still cost us. We withdraw from before achieving any of the objectives and destroying at least one enemy. Mercenary Review Board will rule it a bad faith withdrawal. Not only will we not get paid, we won't get any battlefield salvage either. Plus, our reputation will suffer, both with the employer and with the MRB. If we withdraw after achieving an objective and destroying at least one enemy, and not or, a good distinction, then the board will rule it a good faith withdrawal. Our pay will still be reduced, but our reputation won't take a hit, and that's important for business. One last thing on the subject. One of your mechs is getting banged up bad and looks like a mech warrior may not make it out alive. Order them eject during combat. Mirror will fly suborbital and recover them. We'll scoop up their mech after the mission. Alright. What about rep? Mercenary outfit's reputation determines the quality of the contracts we're offered, the quality of the mech warriors want to hire on with us. Right, we saw that before. And the deals we get on weapons, mechs, and equipment at local stores. Most employers won't offer us the really juicy contracts until we've proven ourselves over time. Once our rep is solid, we'll get access to some high-paying gigs with opportunities for some serious battlefield salvage. Why is salvage so important? And we just talked to the mech bay guy, so he kind of told us. Seabells are like blood, salvage is like food for a mercenary company, or something like that. Don't really do analogies. Let's leave it at salvage is good. Here's why. Salvage lets you replace components you've lost or upgrade your mech to better suit your combat tactics. And if you don't end up needing salvage you get, you can always sell it off within your store. Salvage rights are a time-honored tradition in the mercenary trade. Figuring out who gets what at the end of an engagement is a vital part of our business. In addition to Seabells, most contracts will offer salvage, reflected as a ratio like 2 out of 10. First number represents how many priority salvage items you get to handpick after a battle. Second number is the total amount of salvage we'll get, subject to the whims of our employer. You can negotiate salvage right for every mission you accept. Keep it in mind. Alright, and then negotiating, I'm assuming is just done. So, alright. So let's go ahead and do a contract. And we could do the other stuff too, but I don't think we need that right now. So, sure, I'd like to catch up. What are you up to, man? Where are you from? Grew up on Nasu Heights, one of the hab stations orbiting R2. 30 decks of economic stratification with the corporate suites on the upper decks and everyone else crammed in the lower ones. My old man was a dockhand. We lived on deck 28, 2 levels up from the bottom with the other station maintenance personnel. 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, my dad would load and unload cargo shuttles. Vacuum sealed Quillar and nutrient paint for people like us. Luxury goods for the suits upstairs. Quillar? Bioengineer crops. Okay, he's basically like the mix between corn and potatoes. Ordinary grain but grows at twice the size of Terran corn. Can be textured and flavored to mimic a wide variety of fruits, grains, and vegetables. Okay. Old man must have unloaded 1,000 cases of Castellian eel roe. Plump, succulent eggs inside melon balls. Never got to taste any, though. Anyone, those tins would have cost him half a year's wages. Anyway, James, don't want to saddle you with my life story. If I say I got an eyeful of what I didn't want to be on Nasu Heights, did what I had to do to change my circumstances. By the age of 16, I struck out on my own. Left that station with a handful of skills, an enormous web of contacts, and a rucksack full of that expensive caviar. Once I made it off Nasu Heights, I never ever looked back. How did you get the caviar? That's gotta be a story. We don't get to pick. That's too bad. Alright, anyway. That's gotta be a story, though. Alright, so let's go to contracts. And see what we have. Asset retrieval. That is a sucky pay. 84 grand, huh? Well, it'll get us over 1 million. Which means we'll have about a year. No, not a year. Sorry. We'll have 4 months of supplies. That's not too bad. Operators on Bellefonte recovered a functional piece of LSDF technology, but before they could deliver it to us, they were captured by pirates. A team to assault the location they're being held, recover the technology, and escape. Guessing the technology is some broken piece of scrap, but the Magistry of Canopus is willing to pay to recover it. Go in, get out before they even know what hit them. Okay. Difficulty rating is pretty low. Which is good. Well, that's the max pay. So we might not even get the full thing here. The rep boost is +8. That's decent, I suppose. Max salvage 2 out of 10. Alright, let's negotiate. Yeah, so 46k, that's pretty bad. I try to boost that up, but then we get less salvage. You know what? Yeah, let's do 1 salvage. We'll get more pay. That'll boost us over 1 million, theoretically. Includes travel to Bellefonte, so that's good. But no rep bonus, we ask for more pay. Wow, if I ask for far less pay, we get a huge rep bonus. Okay, so we'll go with the basic pay, 1 salvage. So at least we get a little bit more rep. That'll still take us over 1 million. That's still my goal. I think that's okay. Kinda sucks that we don't get paid very much here, but maybe it's just how it goes. Alright.
By your command.
Engines primed. All hands prepare for transition to thrust gravity.
Okay, so we're gonna be moved over to the jump ship. Here we go.
Docking sequence commencing.
Right, so we just attach here. This ship makes the jump to FTL. And then that'll take us to Bellefonte. And of course, I'm pronouncing it correctly. And then here we are. And then we just move to the planet that we need to go to.
Disengaging from jump ship.
So this has got to be masking a loading screen, right? I can't imagine why else they would show this to us. Shakedown. You're on the Leopard's Bridge with Samir, Yang, and Darius for the daily staff briefing. Darius says, we received 3 messages from the banks. Loan shark, Samir cuts in. From the people who are financing us. Darius continues. They're considering rewriting the terms of our loan, so it'll be easier to seize this ship if we miss a payment. As usual, they're only doing this because they believe we can't fight it in court. Can we sweet talk them? I'll talk to them, you say, and the meeting moves on. Afterwards, you record a response. In it, you explain with much gravitas. You selected each of the banks for their prestige and reliability, which is total bullshit, but okay. You remind them of your impeccable payment history. You conclude by expressing your desire for a long and fruitful financial relationship with them, hinting that you might seek additional loans when your current ones are paid in full. A few days later, the banks contact you to say their previous messages were sent in error and should be ignored. We got this following tags: loan status fair. Does what for us? Company's credit is currently rated as fair by the banks financing the Leopard, which should at least deter them from sending bounty hunters after you. Well, that's good. So anything lower than that, the bounty hunters were a risk. Good to know. Alright. The game's saved for that. Alright, cool. Decker's still... There's no way he's going to be ready by the time we get to Bellerophon. Or Bellerophon? I don't know how you pronounce that. Bellerophon. That's got to be it. Bellerophon, yeah. 4 days to get there. He's out of action for 18 days. So maybe the next mission. Couldn't hit play. I mean, there's nothing we can do. We don't have, like, special super cool med packs or anything, so...
We've entered orbit, Commander.
Basically just tough shit. Roger Bellerophon, Commander. Ready to proceed? Yeah, sure. Do it. Just rock and roll. And now we just select the mechs we want. So... kind of going to be a boom, and Decker's our big mech guy. That's not necessarily the case, right? I can put anybody in any mech, right? Like the Locust here's a light mech. We have the Spider, also a pretty light mech. So that's the one that Decker was in when he got hurt. That's just regular lasers. What do we got on this guy? A laser and a machine gun. Machine gun's pretty light. I mean, that's almost a support weapon, basically, to go in and do some punches. It's not a very strong weapon. But really, it comes down to, well, would you like this guy with 1 laser and a machine gun, or this guy with 2 lasers? Maybe just a Spider with 2 lasers. I mean, we want to pull in as many mechs as we can, right? We want to fill this up. Gotta be all 4. Alright, so we'll put Spider. We'll put in the Spider. Who's gonna use the Spider? I guess Glitch. Nobody has the dodge ability except for Decker. Glitch has the multi-target, though. I really don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to spend her on the multi-target when this thing doesn't have very many guns. So, you know what, Medusa? I think you're in, because Behemoth need to be in a big mech to really use Bulwark effectively. I don't know, gain guarded against range attacks when remaining stationary. Yeah, no, I think we go Medusa here. You go here. Okay, so then we have the big guys. Let's see, Blackjack's mine. Shadowhawk's also pretty medium. And then we have Vindicator, which is medium. I think Behemoth was piloting the Vindicator before. I could be wrong about that, but we'll go ahead and set that up. Free initiative. Okay, interesting. Shows the initiative order. Kind of cool. Then we'll go ahead and put down the Shadowhawk. Put Glitch in there. Oh, you know what? That might have been backwards. I think Behemoth was maybe piloting the Shadowhawk. There you go. And then we'll drop in the Blackjack, which is my ship. So eventually we get more guys. I don't necessarily need to ever be part of the group if I don't want to be. Okay, and we have a limit on the tonnage we have to drop. That's interesting too. Okay, not actually relevant yet, but it could be. We can view the details. The biome is polar, which is great. That means that's ice. We can go wild on our lasers and be totally fine. Difficulty's actually been upgraded to 1 skull. It was half a skull before. And then recovery. Specified region, pick up the recovery target, then move to an escape region. And if it picks up the recovery target, will be attacked by enemy forces, and that should be able to withstand some punishment. Okay, so we'll probably put that on either the Behemoth or the Glitch. Sorry, the Vindicator or Shadowhawk. I'm confusing their call signs with the names of the vehicles. Anything else we need to know about recovery missions? Moving quickly to the escape region is critical, whereas defeating any defending units is not required to complete the contract, but could help us with salvage, theoretically. Okay, so, like, the Vindicator probably moves a little bit faster, right? Movement is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pips. You're 6 pips. Okay, so Behemoth. You're going to be our carry guy. Spider, I know, moves fast, and that's good, but he can't take the hits. And I don't think I can take very many hits either. Well, I can take more than Spider can, but the Spider can. Blackjack's definitely a more robust, shall we say, vehicle for that. Alright, let's rock and roll. We'll go ahead and deploy. We'll load here. So this episode is going to be a little longer because we went through all the tutorials. Obviously, that's not going to be the case. Usually, we're just going to probably just pick a mission and go in. There's a lot of loading times during, yeah. Like this loading screen, and then like all the travel times, which strangely enough don't seem to be doing. There's got to be offsetting some of the load, right? Got to be, because they know where I'm going. It's not like I'm going to decide, nope, I'm doing another mission in the same area. That wouldn't make any sense. That's got to be masking some loading. It seems weird to just otherwise just waste your time.
Interface initiated.
Okay, target location is likely to be well defended. You need to move up, get eyes on the location, neutralize any enemy forces. Once you've recurred the LSDF tech, the Leopard will extract this as SLZ. Okay, so basically just a straight line. I thought we'd have to come back. So, good we don't have to maintain like a defensive perimeter here. We're already at the edge of the... Yeah, we're at the edge of the mission zone. We don't want to go that way. We want to go this way. Alright, well, Spider goes first. Yeah, you just want to go fast. What is that symbol? I don't know, but that can't be good. So we'll go this way and face that way. Enemy contact. Oh, maybe it just indicates that we're going to get enemy contact from there. This guy is... I don't know exactly what. It's just some kind of enemy. He's pretty far out, though. I don't need to worry about him. At least not for a little while. Alright. Then glitch. Can't actually move that far, so as far as you can. Being in the forest will probably reduce our speed significantly. The spider's going to just be out front, and that's just how that is. Everyone over here. Okay, let's see what he does. Okay, we just see him there. That's what we get for having a forward scout like Spider. So as long as he keeps moving quick, shouldn't be too badly injured or spotted, I would hope. Or Medusa. He's in the Spider, totally different. We already had the enemy contacts, but they did not get resolved. Okay. Alright, then go ahead and brace then. Just in case you are targeted. An unknown mech coming to us from the right. About 1 o'clock. So, glitch. You're going to take a while to get down there, huh? Alright. Now you're out of the forest. You should move theoretically a little faster. Oh, you're in rough terrain. That sucks. Alright. Brace. And somebody came in the middle. We don't know who. Gotta be that guy. Some unknown vehicle. It's gotta be a tank. Not gonna be too bad. Alright, Behemoth. Come up straight up here. And also brace. Yeah, now we're starting to trade turns with the other guys. And then Peace. Be me. Come up here right next to the Behemoth. Probably do the same thing. Go ahead and brace. Okay. Mechs don't get to move yet. He could just brace and just sit there, but I think it might be better to come around this side. No, I can't really. I was hoping maybe it would come through here and shoot at the vehicle. Like we got 2 mechs incoming. We don't want this guy dealing with the mechs on his own. If we leave him out here, that's exactly what's going to happen. If we push him forward, he's definitely going to get some of the mech attention. I mean, the movement, the evade's good, but we found out with Decker, can't depend on the evade. Moving over here would not line us up to be seen, but that's a temporary solution. I want to come in like over here. Not gonna be able to target the tank, but we might be able to see what kind of mech it is. Right now, it's just some random mech. Alright, and brace here in case you get targeted. The cover should help, I hope. Plus the evade. Okay, here he is. Oh, it's the light mech. Okay, that missed us mostly. Very minor damage. I'm okay with that. So, Glitch, you might get a good shot here, it looks like. You have the PPC, which I do love, though maybe not this distance. PPC is... oh, I forget what it is exactly. I forget what the PPC stands for. 45% sucks. Long-range missiles also really bad. Alright, you know what? It's almost a coin flip. I'm willing to go for it. Open fire. Oh, the PPC worked. Yeah, the PPC is super strong. I love the PPC. Got to get more of those. I mean, they put out heat like a mofo, but I think it's worth it. I really do. All right. Now, we do have to kind of worry about this guy, but he has to go around the mountain. So he's not going to be able to flank us unless he wants to go all the way around, which seems pretty unlikely. Probably going to want to engage as soon as possible. If I stand up here, that might be good. Getting into cover is probably not a bad idea either. Yeah, we'll get into cover. Look towards the mech. Be able to hit everything. Yeah, maybe not the long-range missiles, but everything else should hit. Well, 50-50 shot, right? Go for it. That missed. Those did okay. Knocking down his evasion. The more we do that, the more likely we are to hit. We also have sensor lock on some of these guys. We should probably be doing it. Or actually, no, we don't have sensor lock yet, do we? Until we do. Alright, so you come up here. And you open fire with whatever you have. Effectively everything. And that's probably why I have more heat problems on this guy, is because I'm shooting everything, whereas I'm not doing that for everybody else. Open fire. Good hits, good hits. Okay, left arm destroyed, right torso destroyed. Actually pretty solid. You might not be able to retaliate very well. Okay, long-range missiles coming in. Bad, but not horrible. Did have the evasion, which minimized the damage, not to mention the cover. Okay, Medusa. Move over here, you do get the bonus for... Get to see him? You do. Maybe even protect you from this guy. Come over here. And then open fire. It's only 2 lasers, but that might be enough. Yeah, 60%. I'll take it. Nice, 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 nice. Pilot got injured. He's almost down. He came out by himself, and he's regretting his life choices. The unknown mech's gonna come over here and help him out. Do not know where that tank is, though. Okay, he's running for it. He's booking it. He can move fast, too, so he's gone. Probably not going to see him for a little while. Alright, Glitch. Up here, you at least get one evade. Hopefully you'll be able to see this guy. Yeah, there you go. And your PPC, go ahead and light him up. Long-range missile's not going to be worth it. Can't hit him with the small lasers either. Nice, nice. Structure explode to the PPC. That is a beautiful shot. Good PPC use. Okay. Here comes the tank. Okay, tank's keeping his distance. Good, I'm okay with that. Behemoth does not have multi-shock, but he should have bulwark. If we just stand exactly where we are, we gain guarded. That might not be a bad idea, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay exactly where we are. Short-range missiles, yeah, could do. We also have the other target, which it looks like it's only long-range missiles, maybe the short-range. No, nothing else would hit. Yeah, just long-range. That would tackle the top of it. Tanks are guarded on top, man. That'd be a bad move. I don't want to do that. We're gonna hit this guy with a short range, medium laser. Actually, no. That's just long range missiles. And only a 10% chance? That really sucks. I can't change movement, huh? I'd like to roll back to her movement. Say Sage, please. That turns out to be a bad idea. She needs to move up in order to see him. I didn't even realize. What if we tell Peace? Nope, I can't do anything about this right now. Shoot. That sucks. 65% chance. You know what? Go for it. We can't move. We might as well do this. Yeah, that was like shit damage because he's well guarded on top. Okay, that was a waste. I totally did that wrong. Be able to come right over here. We're still in the forest. Should give us line of sight on this guy. Oh, and the coloration probably tells you the ranges, huh? So now I'm probably in range. Oh, but I have to brace. I can't do anything else. Yeah, I can't attack. I probably used too much of my allowance or something. Alright, go ahead and brace. We got another tank coming in, huh? Okay, the Vindicator's gonna be hit. Not too bad, but should you get inspired? Okay, everyone got inspired because we got boosted up. Okay, Medusa. At the very least, why don't you come over here? Don't have a line of sight on this guy, apparently. You might have it on the tank. That worked. Might also have it on the mech that was injured. You're kind of like pretty far away from any hope of support. Hoping being inside cover will help with that. That's actually no cover at all. It's just evasive. I can kill the striker. I can try to kill this guy. They're gonna be hitting me in the back. Okay, with that, open fire. 35%, really? 70% for this. We got to do this. That should kill it. Oh, come on, really? Oh, there we go. Okay, okay. It didn't look like it did much damage, but it did blow up. All right, great. Progress is being made. Okay, they're going after Glitch. Don't appreciate that. Locust is coming out to play again. You're gonna fire on. Oh, you got cover. Yeah, okay. If I'm close enough, I want to punch him. Alright, I can punch this guy. That's not who I wanted to punch. I wanted to punch the other guy. If I punch him, then the cover doesn't matter. That's not going to work. Okay. So, I don't want to move up too far because I don't want to get flanked. I can go up top. Kind of expose me, but the evade... I don't know if the evade's worth it. Not when there's 3 guys that could potentially get to you. Too much. You don't have guarded, though. You'd have cover if you just stay here. You could stay here and focus on this guy. He's not in any cover, I don't think. I think he is. I guess we'll find out. Okay, stay where you are. Look over this way. You have the cover. This guy has... Polar Biome and Shoddy. Okay, he's only has 50% normal armor. That's probably why these guys are going down so fast. Alright, open fire. Everything you got. Well, not everything. Not the long range, but... Missed with the PPC, but right torso and right arm got destroyed. Good. Progress. Probably gonna move, yeah, one of his tanks. I think maybe if, like, the Blackjack Behemoth takes the tank. Oh, good. The evasion worked. Thank goodness. Definitely want to make sure the tank does not get a chance to do that again. Yeah, I can walk right up to you. And then just barely take out the tank. If I don't walk right up to you, though, I can't see you. Is a problem. Melee somebody. Oh, I can melee the tank. Yeah. That'll pretty much destroy the tank as far as I know. We don't really need to worry about heat, but we kind of need to worry about ammunition. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this. Come up here and beat this guy. Or stomp on him. That works too. Yeah, destroys the tanks. That's what I thought. Okay, then Peace. You can stay where you are, I think, and totally hit this guy. Or we can move up and punch him, I guess. We could punch him. The thing is, we're not very good with punches because we don't really have arms. Right? We don't have arms. So if I'm going to hit him from here, the AC is not going to be able to hit anything unless I move like over here. Trying to make it a little bit better for my autocannons to hit. Doesn't get me the evade, but hopefully I won't need it if this guy just dies. Yeah, the autocannons are pretty bad. 40%. Yeah, it's not good. Oh, but that was enough to destroy him. Alright, good enough. Good enough. Okay, he's going for the punch, which is a questionable move in his state. Very questionable. He does keep him away from this guy, but we just come right up to him. I don't know if we're going to be able to destroy him with the spider, but maybe. Open fire on this guy. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. He's out. Okay, now we just got to secure the location. We're good, right? I don't think we need to do anything else. So coming over here, we'll try to take the area together. There's probably going to be reinforcements arriving, so I don't want to get too comfy here, basically. I have no idea where they're going to be coming from. We said Behemoth was going to be the one to pick up the item. Put you on this side. And then Peace, you go ahead and move in up here. Basically, we're flanking the idea, and then Behemoth, you're going to move in here, you're going to pick up the item. And we'll wait for that to play out before we do anything else. Okay, hold this location until our people can grab the asset. Alright. So we're just waiting for bad guys to show up then. They could be coming from any direction. Our radar will let us know when, or where rather. Radar stretches as far as you see the blue line, as far as I can tell. So I think we just stay put, turn around. We can't bulwark or anything here, so I think we just need to wait. We're heading to swivel, guys. Actually, if you go over, like... Good.
We have the asset, Commander.
Hey, managed to swipe the Op-4 out. I can do an extract right now, no need to get to our planned LZ. Really? That's super easy? And suspicious? Okay, that was really cake. Oh, you know what? Probably because we destroyed all the bad guys. Yeah, that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. We took out all the bad guys, so it's like, well, okay, we don't even need to get to an LZ anymore. If this was a run and gun fight, that would be totally different, but it worked out. Okay, so Prisoner Review Board says we're 25 now. I'm guessing is better than what we were. Majesty of Canopus likes this a little bit better. Morale's up a little bit. And actually, they paid us more than they said they would. 103,000. That's actually really good. So they must be pleased with our work. Yeah, performance was exemplary. The Mastery High Command hears about your skills. Thank you. Yeah, the mission report. Looks like we got no kills on for Glitch. Behemoth managed to smack down a tank. We took down a guy, and then Spider took down not only a tank, but also did the killing blow on a battle mech. Pretty unusual for a Spider, but still worked out. And nobody got injured. Everybody got 800 XP. That's great. So, what salvage do we want? Good question. I'm tempted. The Locust is a small vessel. These are both small mechs. If we had fought a large mech, I would definitely think about grabbing that, but no, I don't think so. We only get one piece of ammo here, or one piece of salvage. Short-range missiles, a little tempting. Long-range missiles, also tempting. Machine gun stuff I don't really care about. AC-5? Might be able to trade out the AC-2s on my Blackjack for the AC-5. Does more damage. Eats a little worse, but yeah. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that for the refit from that. Thank you very much. And of course, we want to make sure we do the refit pretty soon here. They let us onto our regular screen. That was like a really short mission. So I was thinking 1 episode, 1 mission, but if they're going to be that short, maybe like missions per episode? I have to keep track of the timing. I mean, this time it didn't work because we went through tutorials, but maybe. Maybe. Townland's paused right now. Decker's out for 13 days. That'll be just enough to get us to a new area, I think. Let me look at the mech bay here. Okay, so let's do the refit on the Blackjack. Can I trade out for the AC-5? The thing is, I want to carry 2 different kinds of ammo, and that would kind of suck. Right? Because... yeah, so let me trade out the AC-2. Drop it there. AC-5 instead. Oh yeah, that is way over my allotted weight. I didn't realize it was going to take up 2 slots. So I could take out like one of the lasers. The AC-5 there. Oops. Not add AC-5 to right torso. Really? That is kind of surprising. So I can fit it on there. Oh, okay, the hard points are specified for each component. Oh, okay, okay. Right, and that's the support weapon hard points. Right. Okay. That's the AC-5. So the AC-2 ammo is not going to help there. We don't have another AC-5. I could maybe put the AC-5 ammo here. That's still overweight, though. I have to drop this ammo. And even then, I'm overweight. Wow. Maybe we put in a laser? Light laser I'm not wild about. How about the M laser? Nope, because there's only 1 slot there. 1 slot there, 1 slot there. For the center torso, I don't see a slot for it. There's no head slots. Yeah, I can't carry anything. Center torso can hold ammo. Which is good. Let's see if I can put the laser on this side. Yes, I can. And I'm still under ammo. Or under weight, rather. So that's good. Okay, I mean, that's less guns, but more damage, maybe? Damage 45. This is damage 25. Theoretically, both of them fire. That'd be 50, right? So I'm still under damage what I was. But the hard points make this a little bit more difficult. Like, if I had another AC-5 over here, that could work. We don't have an AC-5 in our... yeah, we don't actually have one here. There's no additional hard points for lasers here. Yeah, the Blackjack's interesting, but I think we want to trade it out for a better thing. So we can put jump jets here. And then what? We have a heat sink. Do we have another heat sink? We don't. Another heat sink. Oh, maybe that's equipment. Yeah, there we go. With 4 tons remaining, there's only 1 ton. We put another heat sink right here, and that might help. In fact, we can go crazy with heat sinks, actually. Right, these are only 1 ton each. And I can add actually 1 more. Okay, that's a little silly with the amount of heat. But with the amount of lasers we have, might be totally needed. -3 heat per turn. Lasers put out 12 heat. 12 heat each. So we're still building, right? Because 4 medium lasers, 12 each, that's 48. Each is reducing 3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 15. Yeah, we're still building up quite a bit of heat. But it should dissipate faster. Right? Theoretically? Theoretically. You know what? I think I'm good with that. Let's do this. Not perfect. I mean, I'd rather have 2 AC-5s. Maybe we can do that later. We have to drop some heat sinks. We do that, but or maybe some jump jets, maybe. If I decide that I'm not going to jump around. Yeah, but mostly we're just getting rid of the AC-2s in favor of an AC-5 and a lot of heat sinks. But maybe that's what we need to do. Work cost is only 3,200 for 15 days, so about when Decker's going to be ready. Average range drops down, but I think that's okay. Right, the AC-2s are sniper autocannons, right? Yeah, tonnage 6 for that. Tonnage 8 for that. That's why we're able to take it away, because that's 12 total. Yeah. Oh, does the ammo? The ammo should have weight, right? Yeah, tonnage 1. Okay. We could probably even add in more AC5 ammo by taking away one of the heat sinks. Like, say, this one. That away. Drop in some more A5 5 ammo. I'm still at the recommended tonnage. Maybe the heat efficiency isn't quite as good, but still pretty good. Maybe, you know, for balance reasons, I'll put a heat sink in here. I don't know if it actually matters if it's all balanced out. I mean, it's going to be a little right heavy for the AC5. But, let's see, that's 1 ton there, and the M laser is also 1 ton. AC5 is 8 tons. Yeah, definitely going to lean to the right a little bit when it steers, but, you know, our guy's a good pilot. I'm sure it'll be fine. Confirm this. Yep, that's breakdown of the cost. Interesting, like you do it cost by cost. Tells you how long each day is going to take. I wish a mechanic in real life would do this. That would be fantastic. Unfortunately, not a thing. Destroyed components would be immediately removed and scrapped. Okay, none of these things are destroyed, so we're good. Yeah, confirm.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Okay, so that's going to be in schedule. All right. So that'll be this episode. Thank you guys for watching. We will go to another mission at the beginning of next episode. Thank you for watching. This has been BattleTech on PC Universe, your PC Universe 2. And I'll see you guys next time.